Hey, we're at Mûr Gallery. The gallery just closed, and I just wanted to give you a tiny little tour to give you an idea of what the show for Sebastian Millar looks like. So we're honored to be here. This is the beginning of a whole year program for VR art at Mûr Gallery, which I'll be curating, and we're launching it with Sebastian Millar's art. So let's focus first on the paintings. So we've got here a very large painting, more in the traditional style of Sebastian slash Coyote. You may have seen this style of art more on the walls of Montreal, basically, as murals or graffiti. And we basically have a kind of a cosmic dog with lots of flowers. So more traditional style. We'll skip over to these paintings here. So this is a kind of a new technique from Sebastian that's been working over the last year, which is more into the methodology of painting rather than going for a particular subject. So it's really about kind of creating this tension and this balance and creating these shapes and adjusting the balance on the shapes as he goes along. You can see it kind of starts with this red hot, actually I should say more like orange explosion, and then it gets cooled by this bluish cooler color on top of it. And as I spoke to Sebastian, he was just kind of really going over the technique of creating an imbalance, creating this chaos and then this order, and just really alternating between chaos and order until you get this order, but still this tension, and still these two opposites attracting and merging into each other. So these two are also in that technique that's been developed over the last year. Here, actually, if you look at it, you'll notice that it's actually two characters. Specifically, there's kind of a cat dog here. You see the head. And it's being held by this bigger creature, which the head is over here. And then there's the arm going down and grabbing the other one. Now, of course, it's been abstractified, so you're free to imagine it as you wish and to see your own things through it. And here, this is the last one in this series where I feel like there's been a little bit of a mastery of the technique, and Sebastian's gone a little bit wilder and more dynamic in terms of his interpretation of the painting. And it kind of goes back to these older themes of a portal into another reality with virtual reality and augmented reality, as well as just I see more movement and more of that dynamicity. Okay, now let's go see this painting here, which is really kind of the culmination of these two styles together, the more traditional Coyote style and this new methodological style that's been happening. So this painting is called Shyness, both in terms of shining and being shy. And you have this creature and these rays of lights, as well as the kind of more abstract world that's been developing. And so I really like the merging of the old and the new styles. And I really feel like there's a balance and a maturity in this one, as well as just liking the general aesthetic effects. Okay, one last painting, and then we'll go to the VR show. So is this a painting? It's half painting, half sculpture. It's really these pieces of plywood that have been painted. And this was from our art show, which we did in 2018 in augmented reality with the Meta AR headset. And not only did the Coyote create a bunch of VR art sculptures that we showed in AR, but he also created this series of wood cutouts that basically suggested a transition between two realities or a portal or just a very dynamic aspect of 3D or the internet or the mind. And finally, we have the VR room and the mural. So this is all new in the gallery. And what I want you to know really importantly is that we have a clean box, which is very advanced technology that they use in hospitals that basically sanitizes the VR headset with these ultraviolet lights. And we have an extremely powerful computer and a really good Reverb HP headset, which is amazing for our gallery, especially because we don't really use the controllers. As for the room mural itself, it's extremely textured when you look at it. It's kind of hard to see from far away, but it's very misty, and it's kind of close to the white so that it's easy to paint, and just creates this really nice gradient and this complete mood for the room. So I'm really happy with it. So if you're in Montreal, feel free to come by. Sebastian Millar, Vitrus Ombre, a very, very good show from a local artist. And, you know, I know Sebastian very well. I know he's going to go very far in virtual reality art and augmented reality art. He's extremely passionate. So this is an artist to keep an eye on. He's also kind of taking a different path from most artists that you see in the digital world these days. So he's going to have his own flavor and his own approach to the work. And so beyond this, I mean, Art Mûr is 3 stories of art, right? So I highly encourage you to come by and check out the art. There's a lot to discover here, and it's really amazing contemporary art. And you know, this just goes on and on and on to more floors. So if you're looking for something to do, the gallery's closed. I mean, it's past 5 today. But if you're looking for something to do in Montreal and you're looking for some fresh VR art as well as some nice contemporary art, this is a really nice occasion, and I highly encourage you to pass by and see Sebastian's work. We'll be having VR art shows every 3 to 4 weeks, and it's going to be a different artist. So very excited about this year and the program for VR art show. Please come by. It's great. And the reactions have been really priceless so far. I'm extremely happy with it. So thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Cheers.